Scotland. A land of misty moors, rugged highlands, and haunting folklore. For centuries, its landscape has been shaped by battles, betrayals, and bloodlines. But beyond the breathtaking beauty and historical legends lies something much darker: castles said to be haunted by tormented souls, ancient warriors, and forgotten royalty. In this episode of the Grim Tapes, we venture deep into the haunted castles of Scotland. Prepare yourself for a chilling journey through stone walls that whisper secrets, grand halls that echo screams from centuries past, and corridors where the living walk side by side with the dead. Welcome to the Grim Tapes, where history and horror collide. Edinburgh Castle. Perched high upon Castle Rock, Edinburgh Castle dominates the skyline of Scotland's capital. It has seen more than 900 years of conflict, siege, and political turmoil. But beyond the historical significance lies a deeply haunted legacy. Visitors often report shadowy figures in the dungeons, sudden drops in temperature, and the sound of phantom drums. One of the most persistent spirits is that of a headless drummer boy, who has been seen marching through the stone corridors before times of national crisis. Another chilling tale speaks of prisoners from the Napoleonic Wars who died under inhumane conditions. Their suffering is said to linger in the castle, where visitors claim to hear cries echoing in the darkness. What makes Edinburgh Castle particularly terrifying is the labyrinth of tunnels beneath it, some of which were sealed after a piper disappeared while exploring them. To this day, the soft sound of bagpipes can sometimes be heard coming from beneath the castle. Stirling Castle. Stirling Castle played a pivotal role in the wars of Scottish independence. With its violent history, it's no surprise that paranormal activity thrives here. One of the most well-known apparitions is the Green Lady, believed to be a maid who died in a fire while trying to save Mary, Queen of Scots. She's said to roam the castle halls, her footsteps echoing eerily through the chambers. Guards and visitors have also encountered a mysterious Highland ghost in full traditional garb. He reportedly appears so vividly real that tourists often mistake him for a reenactor, until he vanishes into thin air. The air around Stirling Castle often feels unnaturally heavy. Many people experience unexplained dizziness, headaches, or a sudden sense of dread when walking through certain rooms. Glamis Castle. Home to the Earls of Strathmore and Kinghorn, and the childhood home of the Queen Mother, Glamis Castle is one of the most notoriously haunted castles in Scotland. The castle's beauty masks an eerie past filled with mystery and death. Legends tell of a secret chamber hidden behind thick stone walls where a deformed family member was supposedly kept hidden for his entire life. Another persistent legend is that of the Monster of Glamis, a creature born into the family and hidden away, never to be seen by the public. The castle is also haunted by the ghost of Lady Janet Douglas, who was burned at the stake for witchcraft in 1537. Visitors have seen her wandering the halls, and her presence is often accompanied by the scent of burning flesh. The castle's eerie atmosphere has inspired numerous ghost hunting expeditions, with many reporting intense cold spots and unexplained whispers echoing in the darkness. Dunrobin Castle. Dunrobin Castle, with its fairy tale spires and manicured gardens, seems far too beautiful to be haunted. But don't be fooled by appearances. Hidden beneath its elegance is a ghost story that has endured for centuries. The ghost of Margaret, the daughter of the 14th Earl of Sutherland, reportedly haunts the upper floors. She was imprisoned by her father to prevent her from eloping with a man he disapproved of. Desperate and heartbroken, she tried to escape down a rope of bedsheets. She fell to her death and now roams the castle in sorrow. Staff members have reported hearing weeping in the tower room, and some claim to have seen a young woman in white, floating just above the floor. Fyvie Castle. Fyvie Castle is not only stunning in its architectural design, but it's also a hotspot for ghostly occurrences. One of its most famous tales involves the Weeping Stones. According to legend, Lady Meldrum's remains were improperly buried within the castle walls. Her ghost made itself known until the remains were respectfully moved. However, the castle's eerie reputation didn't end there. The ghost of the Grey Lady, thought to be Dame Lilias Drummond, haunts Fyvie. Her name was found etched into a window ledge the morning after her husband remarried. To this day, guests claim to hear soft sobbing sounds and the creaking of the bed where she once lay. Glamis Castle. Glamis Castle, perched dramatically on the cliffs of Ayrshire, is known for its panoramic sea views and its resident spirits. The castle is believed to be haunted by a phantom piper whose music can be heard echoing through the stone stairwells. Another spirit, known only as the Woman in White, is often seen walking near the grand staircase. One particularly bizarre tale involves the ghost of a servant who allegedly died in the castle and now haunts the kitchens. Staff have reported objects being moved, pans clanging when no one is around, and sudden cold drafts. The Kennedy family, who lived in the castle for generations, reportedly conducted secretive rituals that may have stirred something dark within its walls. Balmoral Castle. Although Balmoral is more famously associated with the royal family, it is not immune to the spectral. A servant known as John Brown, once close to Queen Victoria, is said to haunt the estate. Queen Victoria herself claimed to see his spirit, and modern staff have experienced flickering lights and sudden, unexplained presences. Some believe that the castle's remoteness adds to its otherworldly energy. Strange sounds and flickering shadows are often reported in the guest rooms. The dark history behind the hauntings. These castles are more than tourist attractions. They are time capsules, holding centuries of pain, betrayal, love, and fear. The hauntings seem to stem from moments of great emotional intensity, murders, tragic deaths, and unresolved injustice. Whether it's the brutal wars, executions, or family secrets, Scotland's haunted castles are soaked in a sorrowful history that refuses to be forgotten. These spirits are not just echoes, they are active reminders that the past never truly dies. So, what do you believe? Are these haunted castles merely the stuff of legend, or is there something truly restless still lingering within their ancient walls? Could centuries of pain and trauma really leave behind spirits that refuse to move on? We want to hear your thoughts. Which of these castles intrigued you the most? Have you ever experienced anything paranormal yourself? If you could spend one night in any of these castles, which one would you choose, and why? Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the chilling journey through Scotland's haunted past. Subscribe to the Grim Tapes for more terrifying tales, real hauntings, and unsolved mysteries. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode that might just keep you up at night. And leave a comment sharing your own ghost stories or what you think lies behind the legends. Because some places never forget, and some spirits never leave.